Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Old Quarter, USA United States Money Bag. Today we explore rare and valuable U.S. coins, especially classic Washington quarters from different years and mint marks like PD and more. Magnifying glass tilted left. Top 1. The United States of America quarter dollar 1980 with the P mint mark is a widely collected coin that belongs to the famous Washington quarter series, one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. This coin was struck in 1980 at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the small P mint mark located on the obverse front of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's portrait. The presence of a mint mark on Philadelphia quarters was relatively new at that time, as coins from this mint traditionally did not carry a mint mark until the late 1970s. The design of this coin features the iconic left-facing bust of George Washington, the first president of the United States, originally designed by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Above his head is the word liberty, which represents one of the core values of the nation, while the motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the left, and the date 1980 is inscribed below. On the reverse back of the coin, you will find an eagle with its wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness to defend the nation, while olive branches beneath the arrows represent peace. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions, United States of America at the top and quarter dollar at the bottom, along with the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. The coin has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and weighs approximately 5.67 grams. It is composed of a copper-nickel-clad composition, meaning the outer layers are made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. This composition was introduced in 1965, replacing the earlier 90% silver quarters due to rising silver prices. The 1980 P quarter was produced in large quantities by the United States Mint, with a mintage exceeding 500 million coins, making it quite common in circulation. Because of this high mintage, most 1980 P quarters found today are not considered rare and typically hold only their face value unless they are in uncirculated or mint state condition. Coins that are well preserved, with sharp details, no wear, and strong luster, can be more valuable to collectors, especially those graded by professional grading services. Additionally, certain error coins, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or coins with unusual minting defects, can carry significantly higher value depending on their uniqueness and condition. Collectors often appreciate the 1980 P quarter not only for its historical continuity, but also for its representation of late American coinage. It serves as a reminder of the transition period in U.S. coins, when mint marks became standardized across all mints, including Philadelphia. While it may not be a rare coin, it remains an important part of any Washington quarter collection, especially for those aiming to complete a full date and mint set. Its durability, recognizable design, and historical significance make it a staple piece in both beginner and advanced numismatic collections, and it continues to circulate, occasionally even today, connecting everyday transactions with a piece of American history next top 2. The United States of America quarter dollar 1981 with the P mint mark is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, a cornerstone of modern American coinage that reflects both history and national identity. This coin was minted in 1981 at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most important facilities operated by the United States Mint. The P mint mark, located on the obverse front of the coin just to the right of George Washington's portrait, indicates its origin in Philadelphia. It is important to note that Philadelphia coins did not traditionally carry a mint mark until 1979 for quarters, making the presence of the P mark on the 1981 issue a continuation of this relatively modern practice. The obverse design features the classic left-facing portrait of George Washington, created by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Above the portrait is the inscription Liberty, a key symbol of American values, while the motto "In God We Trust" appears to the left of Washington's neck, and the date 1981 is positioned at the bottom. On the reverse back of the 1981 P quarter, the design continues the traditional heraldic eagle motif used on Washington quarters from 1932 until the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. The eagle is shown with wings fully spread, clutching a bundle of arrows that signify military strength and readiness, while olive branches below the arrows represent peace and diplomacy. Above the eagle is the inscription, United States of America, and below it reads $quarter, clearly identifying the coin's denomination. The Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, is displayed above the eagle, reinforcing the unity of the nation. The coin has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and weighs approximately 5.67 grams. Like other quarters produced after 1965, it is composed of a copper-nickel-clad structure, with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving it durability for everyday circulation. The 1981 P quarter had a very high mintage, with hundreds of millions of coins produced, making it a common coin that is still occasionally found in circulation today. Because of its abundance, most examples are worth only their face value of 25 cents, especially if they show signs of wear from regular use. However, coins in uncirculated or mint state condition, those that retain their original luster, sharp details, and have no visible wear, can carry a higher value among collectors. In particular, coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services are more desirable and may command premium prices. Additionally, collectors often look for mint errors such as double die strikes, off-center coins, clipped planchets, or other unusual features, as these can significantly increase the coin's rarity and market value. From a historical and numismatic perspective, the 1981 P. Washington quarter represents a stable era in U.S. coin production, when designs remained consistent and coins were produced in large numbers to meet the needs of a growing economy. Although it is not considered rare, it plays an important role in completing date and mint collections of Washington quarters. For beginner collectors, it is an accessible entry point into coin collecting, while for experienced numismatists, high-grade examples and error varieties offer opportunities for deeper study and investment. Overall, the 1981 P quarter is a durable, historically significant, and widely recognized piece of American currency that continues to hold value both as legal tender and as a collectible item in the world of numismatics' next top 3. The United States of America $quarter 1985 with the D-Mint mark is part of the enduring Washington quarter series, one of the most recognizable and widely used coin designs in U.S. history. This particular coin was minted in 1985 at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D-Mint mark located on the obverse front of the coin, just to the right of the portrait of George Washington. The Denver facility, operated by the United States Mint, has been a major producer of circulating coinage since the early 20th century. The obverse of the 1985 D quarter features the classic left-facing bust of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of Washington's birth. Above the portrait appears the word Liberty, symbolizing freedom and independence, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," is inscribed to the left of Washington's neck. The year 1985 is positioned below the bust, marking the year of issue. The reverse back of the 1985 D quarter continues the traditional heraldic eagle design that was used on Washington quarters for decades prior to the introduction of commemorative designs in 1999. The eagle is depicted with its wings fully spread, holding a bundle of arrows in its talons to represent strength and military preparedness, while olive branches below the arrows symbolize peace. The inscriptions "United States of America" and $quarter encircle the design, clearly identifying the issuing country and denomination. The phrase "e pluribus unum," meaning "out of many one," is placed above the eagle, reinforcing the idea of unity among the states. The coin has a standard diameter of 24.26 millimeters and weighs approximately 5.67 grams. It is composed of a copper-nickel-clad construction, consisting of outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition, introduced in 1965, replaced the earlier 90% silver coins due to rising silver prices and remains in use today. The 1985 D-quarter was produced in very large quantities, with a mintage exceeding several 100 million coins, making it a common piece in circulation both at the time of release and even today. Because of this high mintage, most 1985 D-quarters are not considered rare and generally hold only their face value of 25 cents when found in circulated condition. However, coins that are preserved in uncirculated or mint state condition, showing no wear, strong luster, and sharp design details, are more valuable to collectors. High-grade examples, especially those graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services, can command higher prices in the numismatic market. Additionally, collectors often search for error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or other minting anomalies, as these can significantly increase a coin's desirability and value. From a historical perspective, the 1985 D. Washington quarter represents a period of stability and consistency in U.S. coin production, when the design remained unchanged and coins were produced primarily for everyday commerce rather than commemorative purposes. It reflects the economic and cultural environment of the mid-1980s, when the United States was experiencing growth and modernization. For collectors, the 1985 D-quarter is an essential part of completing a Washington quarter date and mint set, and while it may not be rare, it holds educational and historical value. Its durability, iconic design, and continued presence in circulation make it a familiar and important piece of American coinage, connecting collectors and the general public alike to the legacy of George Washington and the traditions of the United States Mint. Next, top 4. The United States of America $quarter 1986 with the D Mint mark is a notable issue from the long-running Washington quarter series, a design that has remained one of the most iconic representations of American coinage for decades. This coin was minted in 1986 at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D Mint mark located on the obverse front of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's portrait. The Denver Mint, a major branch of the United States Mint, has been producing coins for circulation since 1906 and is known for striking billions of coins annually. The obverse design of the 1986 D-quarter features the classic left-facing bust of George Washington, originally designed by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932 to celebrate the bicentennial of Washington's birth. Above the portrait is the inscription Liberty, symbolizing the foundational value of freedom in the United States, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the left of Washington's neck. The date 1986 is clearly inscribed at the bottom, marking the year the coin was issued. On the reverse back of the coin, the traditional heraldic eagle design is prominently displayed, a symbol that was used on Washington quarters from 1932 until 1998, before being replaced by the state quarters series. The eagle is shown with its wings fully extended, clutching a bundle of arrows that represent military strength and readiness, while olive branches beneath the arrows symbolize peace. Above the eagle is the inscription, United States of America, and below it is the denomination quarter dollar. The phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, is placed above the eagle, emphasizing unity among the states. The coin has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a weight of approximately 5.67 grams. It is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure, with outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition was introduced in 1965, replacing the earlier 90% silver quarters due to rising silver costs and the need for more durable coins for everyday use. The 1986 D quarter was produced in very large numbers, with a mintage of several 100 million coins, making it a common issue that is still frequently found in circulation today. Because of its high mintage and widespread availability, most examples of the 1986 D quarter are worth only their face value of 25 cents when found in circulated condition. However, coins that are in uncirculated or mint state condition, those that show no signs of wear, retain their original mint luster, and have sharp design details, are more desirable among collectors. High-grade coins, particularly those graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services, can command a premium price. Additionally, collectors often look for mint errors such as off-center strikes, double die varieties, clipped planchets, or other unusual features, as these can significantly increase the coin's rarity and value. From a historical and numismatic perspective, the 1986 D Washington quarter represents a stable era in U.S. coin production, when designs remained consistent and coins were produced primarily for commerce rather than for commemorative or collectible purposes. It reflects the economic conditions of the mid-1980s, a time when the United States was experiencing growth and modernization. For coin collectors, the 1986 D quarter is an essential part of completing a full Washington quarter date and mint collection. While it is not considered rare, its significance lies in its role within a continuous series that spans generations. Its durable construction, familiar design, and historical continuity make it an important and enduring piece of American currency, appreciated both by everyday users and by numismatists who value its place in the broader story of United States coinage.